Not gonna let them get us down, guys. We need to make tonight a night about lifting each other up. You know, I don't know at this point what we're going to do tomorrow. That's just being real. To keep this hotel room another day is outrageously high, and I don't have the money for it another day. So it's and look, I've been so, excuse me, guys. I took a shot of Dr. Thunder right before I got back on here, and I've been so happy to be able to keep this room, and we did couch surf for 3 days, but we can't stay there at this time. So the room to keep it for tomorrow would be $259, and it's outrageously high. And payday is, yeah, it was only like 100 something, but the rates went up, and it's leaning on the and it's when we should be able to go tomorrow. Yeah, it's for one night. It's crazy. There's a $20 charge. We get that back. That's the best thing about it, but that really doesn't make it any better. And the only reason we took this room is because it was, like I said, we was getting it cheaper. We was using the things online to get it cheaper, but it's I'm gonna look again after a while and see if there might be something. But I still don't have any money to get it. We thought we was going to be able to go back to a room that was $90 a day until they got that letter today, which so. But yeah. Gemini, it was the cop that took the letter and said he's going to put it in the evidence. He didn't leave a copy of it with the hotel. He says he's going to put it in evidence, and once it goes into evidence, we can come down and file a request for a copy of it and get a copy. We both get a copy of it. So, no, just the breakfast. It's high. I agree with you, but we didn't have no choice this weekend, guys. The heat was just too bad. So, and we paid for it. Y'all ain't seen me on here begging for it. And I'm not begging for it now, guys. I'm just on here talking. And you know, because we do have some friends on here who care about us. So, if anybody wanted to help, I wouldn't turn down any help. But hey, you know, I know that's an outrageously amount of money to be asking for one night, and I'm not asking. Today is going great. I woke up this morning, had air in my lungs, the sun shining on my shoulders, and day's been good. Yes, we're on private now. I knew going public wouldn't last long. My phone just went off like crazy, but nothing showed up. Well, I do have my PayPal and Venmo in my account. So, hey Valerie, yeah, you found me. Hey Gina. I don't hold my breath on stuff like that much. But they're there. And if anybody wanted to book it online, this one you can book online. You just have to go through, have to put our name as we're the ones checking in. Some of the other ones we couldn't do that with. A refund for what? My deposit I paid, they gave it back to me the day I checked out. Yeah, if you pay your deposit in cash there, they give it to you the day you check out. If you pay it on card, it's usually about a day later they give you the... Now, we left there last Wednesday. We was going back tomorrow. Hey, Lane. They told me to give them a call Friday. We are in a hotel now. We have the hotel tonight. Fortunately, this is where the paycheck runs out of. So, unless we get a huge blessing and a lot of help, we'll be in the car tomorrow. Nope, I don't have my tags yet. I've been focusing on trying to keep us out of the heat. Well, the town or two over is 30 to 45 minutes away to get to there. And then my car is not in the safest situation to drive that far back and forth to come to work. Jacqueline, we're good tonight. We're both trying to stay positive, so my job does have an emergency employee relief program, and I sat down the other day with my manager and filled out the paperwork for that, and waiting for that to process to see if we qualify and maybe able to get help with that through that program. So yeah, that's a positive. So we're going to pray all good for that, Waiting on the missus to text me back. We had went to the gym, and she was up there just visiting with some of her friends and everything. And then I was like, look, I said, I need to go. After the letter with everything, I was like, I just need to go talk, whatever. And I don't care who believes it and who doesn't. I know what I've seen with my own eyes. I know what I read. So yeah. Well, she sent back a long text. Should have just called her. She said they had to call 911 for somebody up there at the gym, and I was like, what happened? No, nobody's buying her coffee. You'll find abundance. Good Lord. Well, we actually just talked to someone about possibly possibly getting a place with someone. What site are you seeing that on? Because I would love to go look. I'm not doubting you. I'm not saying you didn't see that, but the site I looked on, the one we've been using, you know. And then we looked at I looked at a couple Hopper and Expedia, and they was about the same price. There was only a couple dollars difference. Yeah, well, we lost the car there. This heat wave has been rough on all of us that's had to go through it. Not just me and Angela, because it's definitely affected a lot more people than just me and her. I was using a site called Breek, BREK. And I just stumbled across that site because they was the cheapest the other night. Okay, yeah, I knew I didn't see him on Indeed the other day. Susan, I want to get to the point to where we only come on here when we want to and talk to everybody. I have to check these sites out when I get off of here, because usually I have Angela here, and she was just texting me that someone at the gym was outside and got way too hot, and when they had to call 911, and then the ambulance got there and his blood pressure was at stroke level, and she was telling me all that. So I gotta get her in a few minutes. So, hey, April, you're a good boy, Mom. Susan, I agree with you, but unfortunately, ignorance is going to be something that is always going to be there. Well, the other day when we looked at all that, we did some couch surfing for 3 days. And then by the time we came back around, we was like, okay, we got to have some place to stay. The Airbnb was booked. It's booked up till Wednesday. So we had to take this room, which 3 nights here has yeah, Angela is fine. She stayed up. We was both at the gym. She stayed up there to talk with her friends and everything. And I was like, let me go start trying to figure things out with this huge monkey wrench that got thrown in our plans today. My head itchy. Need a haircut, guys. I'm trying not to seem sad. I'm trying to be more upbeat and you know. Well, I'm not jobless for one. So. Excuse me, guys. Whew-wee. But that's kind of I am stressed. I ain't gonna lie about it. I'm stressed. I'm worried. Tomorrow's the last day of the heat wave we've got coming through. It's supposed to get better on Wednesday. I have to work tomorrow. I don't know if he was here when I told everybody that the air conditioner on the car went out. The only room we could get has been really expensive those last 3 days and has wiped me out money-wise. I don't know if we're going to keep a room for tomorrow. As at this point right now, I do not, and would need. I would need something of a miracle to be able to keep it. Hampton does allow dogs. They do charge a $50 pet fee. Hey, Holly and Ben. And then they charge a $20 refundable deposit for every day you're here or there or wherever you're at. Where are you seeing it for $168 though? Can you give me that website? Holly and Ben, we are we're good. I'm alone right now. It's just me. Angela's at the gym visiting with friends. Yeah, $20 is. It's like, well, if there's any damage to the room, we have to do extra cleaning. But I'm paying $50 for a pet fee if I have to stay there. So, and it's like, man. Yeah, it's going to change. There's going to be a big change. I don't want to leave this platform. I want to change my platform. That makes sense. So I made this the stock. Can you tell me the site you're looking at and found it for $168? Because the one we locals. Quality and Econo Inns will not book locals. We can't go to the Days Inn. We don't have many Airbnbs here. The one that's not outrageously priced and the one that well, they told me 20, so $20 daily deposit. There's really no Airbnbs available. There's one available, but you can't have an animal there. We are in Tennessee. We couch surfed for a few days. We was going to stay in the car, but the air conditioner broke. Roadway Inn is about 45 minutes away from us. Nope, I get paid next week. It's on Expedia. Okay, I would definitely look on Expedia. Tell y'all what, I'm going to pause y'all right now and look at Expedia. If you don't mind.